A really happy welcome to today's video. This video is going to be a scanner comparison and I'm super excited, so let's roll that B-roll! So, I hope you loved that B-roll and let's get to the two scanners. Better. So, okay, we have the two players here. First of all, on my right, the Epson V600, which I bought myself. And this is the Epson V370, which is my friend's scanner, which I was thankfully able to borrow from him. Okay, so let's jump right into the specs. This one can do 2 slices, 35mm, good resolution. You know, we're not gonna talk really about resolution here. This one's, it can really scan at a really high resolution, but I recommend 2400 dots per inch on a DPI. This one, same recommendation, but make sure to have your films thoroughly dust-free before you scan here, because this one does not have digital eyes. If you want to learn a little bit more about digital eyes, you can learn that up there. Really useful video if you looking for a digital eye scanner like this Epson V600. Okay, and it can also do medium format. Yeah, these are both also document scanners. If you ever feel the need to scan a document, you can do that with both of which. And also the loading process is fairly simple on both of these ones. You just take the film, turn it over that the picture containing side is up, and then you can scan with both. And I'll show you the scanning process in the program later on, so stay tuned for that. Let's talk price here. So this one's currently listed on Saturn. I'm not gonna get here into the Amazon prices. This one's currently listed at Saturn for 133 euros, and this one is currently not in stock. I bought it there on Black Friday for 230 bucks, which I think is a pretty good price for the scanner, because you know it can do medium format, 2 slices of each. It can do 12 frames in 35mm, so 2 slices of 6 images. No 4. And it can also do medium format, which is great. This one can't do that. They both can scan also slide film in these little caddies right here, and each of them can do 4 slide film slices in the appropriate rahmen. As we have the hardware part out of the way, now we need to talk software here. So it comes in this handy pack if you buy the scanner new, with this CD. This will walk you through all the settings. It will include the drivers for your scanner, But you can just go online, type in Epson Scan, and then you can download the drivers as well as the Epson Scan software to scan your juicy images. So as we have that out of the way, let's get the scanners and scan. Always remember to be hydrated. In also really important in the recent days due to, you know, I'm not gonna say it here in the on YouTube, really. You know what I'm talking about. It's gonna help your immune system. As a first bet, we will start off with the Epson 370. Let's get his film in there and scan it. Okay, now we have gonna fire up Epson scan. It should pop up there. We're gonna select our 370. No problem. Hit OK. Then it is going to start up, and there you'll be pleasant with your last scanned images. We are in the normal view mode right now, so that you can draw your little window things over your scanner, and pressing Control you can select multiple ones, which you'll need to do to scan. Let's deselect these masks and get a film in here. So as I'm putting the film into here, I must make sure that the film is fairly dust free. As I told you, because this scanner does not support dust removal, so we'll be scanning some diary faces, which you should be familiar with, so let's do that. So the film is now in here. It is fairly dust free, and I pressed the preview button as I showed you already. Now here in Epson scan we can see the whole slice. If it might be rotated, you need to press these little arrows to rotate your film right, and now we can drag these little ramen over it to select the area we want to have scanned. It is going to do a auto exposure color correction right here. You can also manipulate things here by maxing out your values and then dragging things around, like the exposure, the highlights and the shadows. Okay, reset that real quick. Let's remove that. So you could also scan your entire film like that and then crop it later in post. And there is also a newer version of Epson Scan out there, which I will leave a link to a video up there, where you can learn how where you have the negatives, and then you can just get the scanned negatives from your scanner, and then you can process them in, let's say, Raw Therapy or Lightroom, whichever you prefer. So I prefer to not do that. I prefer to do it right here in the scanning menu. So no, this image isn't good. Let's choose this one right here. Okay, we have selected it. You can select this with Control. Then we're gonna go over to our parameters, as well as 2400 dots per inch, which is really good. As I told you, my recommendation in the Epson V370, if you open that and if you have the scanner, you have this digital ice dust removal, which is pretty handy. So for the preview, you should leave it off and then turn it on as you go along and scan your images, because you want the dust to be removed. It might certainly cause some artifacts. I will also have linked it already up there in the card, in the thing up there. Okay, that's basically all it. You select your images and press scan. Then you'll be pleased with some settings here. So first of all, you can select the Ort, so the destination where the images are supposed to go. I've set mine to a destination don't want them to be. So let's change that real quick. So I'm just gonna save my images here in pictures. Okay. Then put the number to 001, prefix EMG, and press OK, and then it'll be scan, and I'm back to you in roughly 3 minutes. My image is ready, the scanner is resetting itself there. We can see it right here. You see it's really dusty, but this is the diary face you're all familiar with. So That's the scanning process. If you want to go a little bit more in depth with this color correction stuff, which I'm not good at right now, I still in the learning process, so I don't want to tell you wrong stuff and make your images look bad. So then you can check up there a guide how to properly do that with the Epson V600, but that applies also to the as aforementioned Epson 370. So let's get back outside and talk the recommendation here. So now you have seen the scanning process, how simple it might be or how difficult it can become. And now let's talk the recommendation here. This one feels for its about quite high price in comparison to this one, quite rigid, but also it's with its digital eyes, it does actually really make a difference. And it's also, you don't need to touch it as often as this one, and the scanning process is on both of these scanners quite lengthy. This one, also the film holding mechanism also feels a little flimsy, but it both does the job really well. And then you have to decide on yourself what's your budget like, that you don't want to break the bank with this one, or go ahead and buy this one if you just want to start out. My friend bought this used for around 100 euros, which is quite expensive, but I think you can get this on eBay for roughly 50 or so, or 75. So I think it's also worth considering the Epson V600 due to its way better sounding scanning, and yes, indeed, this scanner makes a plasticish hum if it scans, and this one feels fairly like a machine, you know. And yeah, I hope you liked that video today. It was really fun to make because I had to work hardly to get here, but I hope you enjoy. Hope you're all doing great due to Corona, and see you in the next one. Let's go with the outro. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if you liked it, and also ring the bell to get notified when I'm uploading new stuff, which is hopefully going to be in the future every 2 weeks, so stay tuned. And now here is the favorite part. Ding dong. Ring the bell. Bye and stay and take care.